Guys, Will here with W.T.F car reviews, and today we're going to be reviewing the all-new 2024 BMW X6. And a big thanks to Phil and the rest of the management and staff here at BMW at Wesley Chapel for making this review possible. I'll leave a link to your inventory below, and if you're in the Tampa, Wesley Chapel area looking for a new premium or performance vehicle, I would definitely recommend checking these guys out and ask for Phil. And for those of you guys who don't know, the X6 has been BMW's sleeker mid-size SUV since 2008. Prior to the X7, the X6 was BMW's most expensive and flagship SUV, and the third generation X6 that you see here was released in 2020, facelifted this year for 2024, featuring new headlights, taillights, and an updated grille and front bumper, new wheel designs, and a new 48-volt mild hybrid system, allowing us to make more power for the base 3-liter B58 inline-6 turbo, making now 375 horsepower, 398 pound-feet of torque. The 2024 BMW X6 is available in 3 different trim levels and powertrains, starting with the Xdrive 40i base with that 3-liter turbo. For an additional $20,000, you can upgrade to the M60i, which features a 4.4-liter twin-turbo V8, cranking out 523 horsepower, 553 pound-feet of torque, enough to get this X6 to 60 in around 3.8 seconds. For an additional $34,000, you can get the top X6M, which cranks out 617 horsepower and that same 553 pound-feet of torque, enough to get the X6 to 60 in 3.4 seconds. But here we have the base Xdrive 40i with the base price around $74,000. What else do we get for that money? Let's jump right in. So up front, you notice your all-new lighting pattern, full laser LED headlamps with a high and low beam. It says BMW LED on the side, crystal trim outside of the headlight for the housing, really premium look. We have full front parking sensing, functional airflow in both corners, updated grille design, and an updated front bumper. We have a panel in the center for the advanced safety features, active shutters for the grille, front-facing camera, and this Brooklyn Gray Metallic is a beautiful paint color for an additional about $650. Even this aluminum trim for the grille area has a metallic finish to it. Very premium attention to detail. The wheel and tire setup, you can take a step over here. You get these pretty beefy 20-inch rims with the gunmetal gray and silver contrast, wrapped in Bridgestone Alenza all-season tires, dimensions being 275/45 R20, and a 4-piston front brake caliper. It's not an M Performance brake caliper, but it still does the job, and it's an M Performance rim, as you see right there in the center. All body color trim for the wheel well area, functional heat extraction outside. We have a 2-tone contrasted side skirt for the rocker panel side skirt area. It starts off in that Brooklyn gray, and it finishes with a nice black subtle trim down below. We have smart access for the driver and the front passenger, additional camera on the mirror helping us out with 360, 2-tone color contrast on the mirror too, LED turn signal on it, blind spot monitoring on the glass, and the glass fills up just about the entire frame. Black trim surrounding the entire window trim. Hopefully you get a good look at the panoramic moonroof. The B-pillar is blacked out. The rear wheel and tire setup, same thing as up front. Still a 275/45 R20s, but a smaller brake caliper is the only difference. We have an additional side sensor out rear. Not a functional heat extractor, but it does look super aggressive. And it kind of makes the fender area look like it has more hips here on this X6. Dual exhaust tips, full rear parking sensing, X6 badge in the left corner, updated taillights, full LEDs for the turn signals and reverse lights too. Xdrive 40i badge in the right corner. The X6 is standard with Xdrive, unlike the X5. That's why it also costs a little bit more than the X5. Lip spoiler, dark tints for the rear, additional spoiler for the roof area, and a shark fin style antenna. Shout out BMW of Wesley Chapel for helping make this review possible. I mentioned the dual exhaust tips. We'll take a squat back here, get a good look at the differential and rear wheel and tire setup. And speaking of the exhaust tips, let's fire up this all new updated 3-liter B58 inline turbo 6, and here she sounds. Alright guys, that was the sound of the 3-liter inline 6-cylinder turbo sold by BMW for the 2024 X6. It's an updated power plant with the new 48-volt mild hybrid system, now cranking out 375 horsepower, 398 pound-feet of torque, enough to get this mid-size SUV to 60 in the high 4-second range. Definitely no joke of a performer, especially for a base 40i trim. You go for the M60, you're going to get 0 to 60 under 4 seconds, with the M under 3.5 seconds. As you see, we have 4 sets of strut tower braces. Other than that though, what you see is basically what we get. The hood struts are appreciated. We can shut this hood right down. take a step back, walk around this 2024 BMW X6 one more time. It's a beautiful car. I know the slope roof design isn't for everybody, but if you don't plan on really using the cargo space, you just want a vehicle that's higher up off the ground and looks a little bit cooler, the X6, of course, is a great way to go. Again, smart access for the driver and the front passenger. Taking a step inside, up top we have leather stitch trim, aluminum door handle trunk release, and two-person memory seats. Leather stitch trim even for the grab handle, gushy soft armrest. Bottom portions also soft touch, and you'll easily fit a foot long in this compartment, maybe stack two on top of each other and a big gulp right next to it to wash it down. Just make sure the lid is tightly closed because the cup holder is sideways. 4-window auto on touch, power folding mirrors, and 4-way adjustable. Some aluminum trim outside with some wood graining as well. Taking a step inside, we have the M illuminated nameplate. It's not actually blue in real life, it's just a sticker to help protect this vehicle stay as new as possible. The seats are quilted, perforated leatherette trim. They're fully adjustable bolsters, 4-way lumbar control. You can recline, drop, lift, and slide the seats, and adjustable thigh support. You can take one last look at them. And taking a step inside, we can really see what we got going on in this all new updated 2024 BMW X6. So foot on the brake, engine start stop, and everything fires right to life. But first thing we notice is the steering wheel. BMW M steering wheels are always fantastic. Solid 10-2 bolstering notch, 9-3 feels great, and it says M down below. The horn area is also stitched with contrast stitching. The horn itself, really aggressive sounding horn. People should definitely be getting out of your way. On the left side, we have our cruise control adjustments. On the right side, volume and skip. You can hang up and answer your phone calls, voice commands, and adjust your infotainment cluster. So pressing this button, you can adjust the content between route preview, map, G-meter, media, radio, and augmented view, assisted view, trip data, and the reduce. That's where we currently are. The layouts can be adjusted between this one, and right back to where we started. Heads-up display is also adjustable. It's a 15-inch heads-up display. Hopefully you can pick it up on camera. You can adjust it between directional view, assisted view, sport view, reduced view, and my personal favorite would probably be in sport view, so we'll leave it there at all times. These are my personal favorite layouts. But other than that, we'll leave it for the owner to adjust it to their liking. We get aluminum paddle shifters controlling the 8-speed automatic transmission, auto headlamps, auto high beams, and a very satisfying click for the turn signals. Auto rain sensing wipers too, to be expected at this price point. We get a power tilt and telescoping steering column. Very funky design for the air vents to open and close and to move them side to side, aluminum outside of them. More wood trim all throughout the center of this dashboard. Auto headlamps, as we mentioned, interior brightness, and you can turn all the lights right off. Secret storage, line and felt. You can use this as an ashtray. You can use this to store some secret stuff. Down below, hood latch release, and you can get a good look at your aluminum outline pedals. The dashboard is all leather stitch trim, 2 additional speaker in the center. The 14.9-inch touchscreen made it to a 12.3-inch digital gauge cluster. We already checked out the gauge cluster. Let's check out the touchscreen. So the map, we can click right on it. The response, we have the plastic covers still on it to keep the vehicle as new as possible for the owner, but the response is still absolutely excellent. Responds literally just like an iPhone would. The climate menu down below. This is why a lot of people don't like the new iDrive 8, because the climate is all adjusted through the touchscreen. But you can adjust the heated seats, adjust the vent speed and the direction of the vents for the driver and the front passenger. You press the climate menu button one more time and it returns us to the previous screen. Home, we can check it out. We have media, radio, telephone, personal assistant, traffic en route, and my BMW with route preview and more widgets that you can add. The home screen itself, you can see all the apps that come available on this 2024 X6. Pause, take a look at all of those. We have infotainment apps and vehicle apps as well. The vehicle apps are separated from the other ones, so are the infotainment apps. Music, you check it out, preset, Sirius XM, FM radio, and AM radio with the mobile devices as well. And down below, the pure navigation screen, which is my personal favorite to look at all times, so we'll leave it here. We mentioned the wood trim beneath, some faux carbon for the center stack, and it's illuminated and says X6 on it. The air vents blow out right here from the bottom part, outlined in aluminum. Defrosters get hard buttons, so does volume and skip control, so that's all appreciated here. We have some leather stitch trim for where your knee will often hit. The cubby has a wireless charging pad and some storage right outside of it. You'll fit 20, maybe 24-ounce bottles, USB-A port, and pushy things to keep your drinks in place. You can shut this up and it exposes more wood trim. Turn off the traction control, turn off the parking sensors with the engine start stop right behind that. Sport, comfort, and Eco Pro mode, hill descent control, electronic parking brake with auto hold, Gear selector controlling the 8-speed automatic transmission. You have drive and S mode. S locks you into the manual shifts. In drive, you can still use the manual shifters, the paddle shifters, but if you don't use them for like 10-15 seconds, it'll automatically put you right back into automatic mode. The dial, if you don't want to go through the touchscreen, adjust the touchscreen with shortcuts for media, home, map, telephone, navigation, back, and option. The armrest is gushy soft leather. You can press this aluminum button to open it up, and it's decently sized. You'll fit 6, maybe 7 12-ounce cans. You'll possibly fit 16s. It might be tall enough. An additional USB-C port in there as well, and it's lit for the center console. The glove box is outlined in soft touch material, aluminum grab handle. It's lined in felt and pretty large. You'll fit 15, maybe 20 license plates. Should fit a pair of shoes in there easily, possibly 2 if you're under a size 7. The rear view mirror is frameless and auto dimming, 3 garage home link settings on it. The headliner also feels premium, very soft to the touch. We can open up the shade for this panoramic moonroof. It opens up pretty quickly and a pretty large first panel of glass. We'll see how far it opens up right now. It goes on top of the second panel, so yeah, it sticks out like a sore thumb a little bit, but it opens up very wide. See if it opens up any further. It does. Wow, so all the way to the end of the front row, massive opening. We can poke our way out of here. Beautiful day today in Wesley Chapel, Florida. It's sunny and it says 70 degrees according to this X6, but there's no chance it's less than 80. Not quite sure what this thermometer is thinking, but it's a very hot day. We can shut this moonroof up. Leave the shade open so when we hop out back, you see how much light is brought into the cabin. But that's about it for the front seat of this 2024 BMW X6 Xdrive 40i. Let's take a quick look at the window sticker, see any features I may have missed. So $73,900 for the base price, $650 for the Brooklyn Gray, black Sensifin material for the seats, $2,100 for the Driving Assistance Pro package, giving us the Active Driving Assistance Pro and the Highway Assistant, $800 for the Parking Assistance package. That's an impressive package. That gives us the Parking Assistance Professional, Active Park Distance Control, and the Surround View 3D View for $360. And speaking of that, we didn't check that out yet. Let's check it out right now. So the backup camera and the 360 both have excellent resolution and display different parking views too. This is the parking view. This is the assist view with parking sensors and trajectory. Panorama view shows you the entire back with a much wider view forward. You can also have car wash view, which shows you a front-facing camera, also with guidance lines and trajectory, and shows you exactly where your wheels, of course, are. And we get 3D view, and here we have a pretty good look at our 2024 X6, and with this dial, we can do a complete 360 circle around. And it actually anticipates that there's a building behind me, so it actually adjusts it for that, for its camera view. Very impressive camera system, very beautiful exterior of this car on the camera. You put the car right back into park. Unfortunately, we stay in our camera screen, so we have to actually press this home button to return back where we were. We can finish up with this window sticker though, $25.50 for the premium package, giving us the remote start, full LED lights with cornering lights, Harman Kardon surround sound system, Live Cockpit Pro, and gesture control. $995 for the destination charge totals us out a tick over 80,000 bucks. More standard features, you guys can pause, take a look. Fuel economy is excellent. 24 Mpgs for a SUV that can do 60 in under 5 seconds, borderline unheard of. 23 city, 26 on the highway. You put this window sticker right back. That's about it for the front seat of this 2024 BMW X6. Let's hop out back, see how much space is offered back here, as well as the overall quality of the materials. So up top, just like up front, we get that leather stitch trim with contrast stitching, gushy soft leather in the center, gushy soft armrest, auto one touch window, aluminum door handle, and 2 Harman Kardon speakers on the door panel. Wood trim with some aluminum right up top. Soft touch even for the bottom part of the door panel, very premium. We can probably fit 2 footlongs on top of each other and a big gulp to wash it down. Just make sure the lid is tightly on or else it will spill since the cup holder is pretty sideways. M illuminated nameplate as we step inside. The rear seats are still black Sensifin with quilts, perforation in the center, and solid bolstering. The padding goes out all the way out to the door frame, so very couch-like seat. Taking a step inside, I'm a little bit over 6 feet tall, sitting behind my seat settings, and I still have plenty of space, at least 5-6 inches of knee room, cargo nets behind both of the front seats. We have additional USB-C ports too, and a bracket for an iPad or really anything that you would like to hang up. Headroom, I still have at least 2 inches of headroom. So if rear passenger headroom is the concern, that's why you're deciding to go with an X5 over an X6. As long as you're under 6'2"-ish, you should be fine sitting behind your seat settings behind in the X6. We have quad zone climate control, 2 individual zones for the back seat. The air vents are part of the center console. We don't have any additional air vents that blow directly into our face, but the 4-zone climate is still appreciated. Very comfortable back seats. Ton of light brought into the cabin thanks to the panoramic moonroof. The interior light back here is LED. Hopefully you pick it up on camera. The center cubby gets a string. You have to jab your hand into it, and it's decently soft, not the softest. We can open up these cup holders, and you can fit 12-ounce cups in here with no problem. You can open up this little console, and you'll be able to fit quite a few car accessories, probably like 6 iPhones in there with no problem. You can shut this thing right up. Very impressive back seat. I wasn't expecting this much headroom for an X6. The X5, of course, will give you an additional inch, maybe 2, but still, if you're under 6'2", 6'3", the X6 should be plenty of headroom for the back seat. As far as cargo space, you're also making a compromise of cargo space with the X6 compared to the X5. And to open up the cargo space, there's a button on the bottom of the trunk. It gives you a second so you don't get duped in the head if you have grocery bags. The floor itself is very large. Unlike the X5, we don't have that tailgate that pops down, to be expected. But overall, you drop those rear seats, 40, 40, 20, I'd expect you to still fit up to a 65, 70 inch TV back here with no problem. The secret storage, I'm not sure we have a whole lot, but we can check it out. We actually have a ton of secret storage back here. You'll fit a luggage, a suitcase, you can fit a couple bags of dog food. It's a really impressive amount of space, and we get a hydraulic strut there too to keep it open. Very premium touch. Fix-a-flat kit as well. X6 on this cargo net, so people aren't going to be looking at what you have in your cargo space, but these tints are really dark. I don't think anybody's really going to see what you got going on anyway. But what you see is basically what we get. We get the latches to fold the rear seats down. We can press this button to shut the trunk down. It doesn't give you a second, so make sure you get out of the way quickly if you have grocery bags. But that's about it for the inside and outside of this all-new updated 2024 BMW X6. Absolutely beautiful with this Brooklyn gray metallic. It's an expensive vehicle. We're approaching $75,000 for the base price. Not a whole lot of options here, but with this updated 3-liter B58 inline 6-cylinder turbo, let's take this 2024 BMW X6 Xdrive 40i out for a drive and see what it's got. All right, guys, now we're just about seeing everything we need to see with the inside and outside of the all-new 2024 BMW X6 Xdrive 40i. Let's take it out for a drive and see what it's got. My first impressions, though, just like most BMWs, the steering feels really good on center. Looks like we'll have a chance to take this car out onto this multiple lane highway, lean into it, and on the gas. Oh, good Lord, this thing can pick up speed really well. All right, guys, we can try out a real world U-turn, throw it into sport mode. Hopefully this truck sees me. Turning radius is really sharp, and on the gas, woo! Good Lord, this thing can take off. For a base engine, I mean, 0 to 60 under 5 seconds. That should speak for itself. Try out these rev match downshifts. Not very loud, but they're very sharp and snappy shifts. All right, guys, let's give some space to these cars in front. We'll try a highway pull, second gear, on the gas. Oh my God. Good Lord, the way this thing pulls is just strong. In sport mode, guys, through the turns, the steering is pretty light. It's definitely lighter than like an actual M car, but for a luxury car, it has very sharp and direct feeling steering. One more twisty at higher speeds. Yeah, the steering feels good. The handling is even better. And even at faster speeds, you don't really realize how fast you're going because the interior is just so quiet. The heads-up display is very easy to see. The brakes feel good. Turn in feels sharp. Guys, this is a really sporty feeling luxury SUV. On low throttle, it still pulls hard. We try out more of these manual shifts. Third gear, second gear. Try out this roundabout, throwing it in way quicker than we should. The body roll is just so limited. Oh, that Mercedes is not going to let us have much fun coming out, but we'll try. Okay, he still played along pretty well. We'll slow down a little bit. Maybe try an acceleration out off the line. It's a twisty, so it's going to be tough to find somewhere to go off the line. Right here, looks like it's good enough. Try one out off the line, sport mode. Very, very subtle brake torque, and let's go. Oh my God. This is a base engine. Wow. Oh my gosh, guys. And coming out. Yeah, it just pulls for absolute days. It pulls on top, it pulls down low. The mid-range is strong, and this is just the base engine. You pay an extra 20,000 bucks, you can get the M60, which will blow the doors off of this thing. It's about a second quicker to 60, and then if you want to pay an extra 34 grand, you can get the M, which will be even half a second quicker than the M60. If you're looking for a sleeker, performance-ready luxury SUV, you don't need the big cargo space, you don't need a third row, you just want a cooler looking SUV that's a little bit higher up off the ground and can still put a smile on your face when it comes to performance, I would definitely recommend checking out. And a big thanks to BMW of Wesley Chapel for helping make this review possible. I'll leave a link to their inventory below, and if you're looking for a new premium or performance car SUV, I'll definitely recommend checking these guys out. And as for Phil, and huge thanks to all of you for watching. I had a great time making this video. If you're new to the channel, please subscribe. If you've already subscribed, thank you so much. You guys know the channel is just not possible without you, and I really appreciate the constant support. But again, if you haven't subscribed yet, please subscribe. Leave a like too, it really helps me out, the YouTube algorithm. That's how these videos get promoted to new people. Leave a comment, let me know what you like, let me know what you don't like. Leave a comment, let me know if there's any specific cars, SUVs, or trucks you want to see reviewed on this channel, and I'll definitely try getting those videos for you ASAP. But other than that, again, thank you guys so much for watching, and I hope all of you have a great day.